So you started in 52? 1952?
We moved here in 51.
51. Who's we?
My wife and I.
Your wife and, okay.
Hadn't been married about 6 months. Had about $75 and no sign of anything to do. Nothing to eat.
Wow, 1952.
It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, there was a Missouri River flood the year before. And neighbor down the road here, Ollendorf, he got me a job on a pile driver for a while and helped pay the bills on the Missouri River. The river went on a rampage over there and made a new channel through the airport there that used to be at Kratz Airport right down the other side of the bridge in St. Charles. River cut through there. What's Earth City now?
Right.
It was all under.
Wow. So then you built this, and it just kept evolving and evolving.
Yeah.
And then was there electric down here then? Was there any electric lines down here?
No, we didn't have any electric for, I don't know, 5 or 10 years.
Okay.
No, they started on the electric project, and then World War II came along, and it all came to a halt, and then it started up again, and in about 45 they started working again.
Okay.
We had applied for it, but no, we generated our own juice for quite a while. Yeah, boy. Been a long time.
And how many years was this your primary job working?
Yeah, for about 20 years. About 20 years we hit this pretty hard.
And what the lumber mill or whatever? Or?
Yeah, going out and buy a patch of timber and bring it in and saw
it up.
But I never was smart enough. If I would have bought a few pieces of equipment, and I could have did a lot better. But my dad was always scared of debt. Don't get yourself too far in debt, you know.
Right.
And I went to the Small Business Administration, and the least they would loan me was about $100,000, and that scared me to death. So I didn't want that kind of money.
Yeah.
So we just stumbled along for all those years, back-breaking job.
Yeah.
And it was fun. The kids all were raised up here, all had to help to get out of here. I did some electric work in between. That was what I was primarily trained for.
Were you in World War II?
No, I was rejected. If it would have lasted a little bit longer, I would have been in, but I just missed it, though.
Yeah.
Just missed it. Thank God.
Yeah, really. So you got in here, you raised 5 kids?
Huh?
You raised 4 kids or 5?
7.
7?
Yeah.
Oh, you had 7?
Yeah, only 7.
Okay, all right, sorry. Okay, 7.
Yeah, I would have had 8. She lost Charlie's twin. Charlie was a twin, and she lost the other one. So otherwise I would have had 8.
Wow.
Well, we started out to have 1, maybe, or 2, but we ended up with that many.
Wow.
Something changed on the program. Those days wasn't so bad. I mean, you could make it. Wouldn't be able to make it today. It'd be a disaster. You'd have to be on the county.
Yeah, just about. Yeah.
No, they all got about it working down here. Ross down there, my friend Ross, Mike.
Yeah.
He was the same age as my youngest boy, and he came up here and stayed overnight with him one night. He thought they were going to play. And got him up at 6 o'clock in the morning, sent him down here to start firing up. He had to get out of here, get out of this place.
He's like, hey, you want to come over and play? No, thanks.
This wasn't no playground. You know, ask about that all the time.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh, so that cabin down that I bought, the little cabin, who built that? These guys were into concrete or something, right?
Yeah, what was their name? Coleman. Coleman was one of them, and Red Ormo, both concrete people.
Oh, okay.
Coleman was a big business agent in the union, yeah. They come out here and built that. You could see they were concrete people.
Yeah.
The concrete work was great.
Yeah, they poured all that kind of, and did they?
One weekend when they were finishing that house up, they got drunk as skunks, and they put some trim boards on there that were. And after they thawed out the next week, when they took it all down and put it back. It was something else.
Yeah, well, it's.
Then I guess the next guy was Deckman, huh?
Deckman, yeah, that's right.
Ray Deckman. He was another union man.
Okay. He knew it was there, and so he picked it up. And then the guy bought Dale Hagen.
Dale Hagen, yeah.
And I think
Dale about doubled his money on the place.
Okay, yeah. And then I bought it immediately from him.
Yeah.
And then I reconnected with the house across the street. Because Dale planted all those trees. Kind of blocked the view of the people across the street.
I don't remember who planted them trees.
He did.
He did.
He was pumping that water up there from the river. And now it's kind of back together, so.
Huh.
Yeah.
That'll be going.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, the river was deep in front of there in those days. I put that track in the river.
Oh, did you put the track in the boathouse?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, it was deep.
Deep water them days.
Right, it had 5 foot deep at the end of that track.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was perfect. And then it got really shallow. Now it's for kayaks.
Yes, sir.
But it's always been good catfishing.
There's no water there at all now, is there?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Boy, I'm just right on the top of the water down there. 5 feet. 5 feet. And I need 4 feet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly, for the boat.
Yeah.
You showed me a letter one time from the Corps of Engineers about that boat, about the steamboat.
Yeah, did I show you that?
You've got it framed. It was from you wrote him a letter when you were a kid, right?
Yeah, well, me and Carl Wagner Jr. Sat in study hall drawing pictures of steamboats when we was about 16 years old.
Yeah.
And I wrote a letter to the Corps of Engineers, to the Coast Guard.
Coast Guard, that's right,
Told them
okay.
what I wanted to do, and they said, I got that letter somewhere.
Yeah.
Stop right where you're at.
That's right, do not do this. We will not let you do this.
Until Reagan's time, see, any boat that had a high-pressure boiler on it, he had to have licensed people on there.
Okay.
Reagan modified that law during his time to where if it's not over 40 feet long and it's not for hire, so you can do it.
Oh, okay.
So that's what puts me under, allowed me to do this. That and a series of other things. I had 2 boys. I had especially Emil down at the shipyard down in Hartford here. We got in their fabrication shop on Saturdays for four or 5 Saturdays, and I hired some of their welders, and we put together. I bought 4 sheets of steel from them, 8 feet wide and 40 feet long. Steel was cheap right at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And that was basically what we built it out. I hired 4 of their welders and my son Emil. We got in there and we got together a basic hull, enough that would float. And I inveigled them to put it in. They had to do this on the sly. We kept this back in the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
I got them to put it in the river when it was handy for them. They had a tramway going to the river. And then I got into one of their tows later on and got it towed up to Grafton. They tied it up there, and winter was getting bad. And I hired Merle Inman to come and bring it to here.
Wow.
The river it was about mid-December. The river was freezing, and the ice was inside the boat, outside, and all Merle wanted to do was throw me the rope and head for Batchtown before he got froze in.
Wow.
I had an old truck like this lassoed to a tree and winched her up onto the bank, let it sit for the winter. Started on it in the spring, worked on it for 5 years. That was in '85. Worked on it for 5 years, put it in the river.
Wow.
I had it ready to go. I had it close to the river and had it to where it would float. And the river came up and shoved her in.
Amazing.
Never had it out since.
Wow.
I hired a diver, I don't know, probably 5 years ago to look at it underneath, and everything was okay.
Wow.
That cost me $800 for about 15 minutes. So that's the story.
That's a good story. It's a really good story.
We went up to, the farthest we've been up to was Meridosia, about 80 miles, just below Beardstown. I always wondered how I'd handle one of these river storms.
Yeah.
And boy, but we were about 5 miles out of Beardstown, and a storm came up, and the radio was crackling. There was a tornado up above there, and before we could get to the bank, the wind come down the line and took us up, slammed us into a sandbar, and everything that was in the pilot house left. It just flew away. And in about a half hour, it was all over with, and we backed out of there and went on up the line.
Wow.
Boy, it was bad. It was bad. It could have blew us into a spot where we would have been beached, you know.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, my story here in Calhoun has been quite a story.
It is quite a story, really. I mean, it's amazing. From coming here
We
when you were a kid in the 40s and then returning in 52 to live.
Yeah. You know, my two uncles had places down the river there. The places Zarley's got now, and then the one that Sally's got. Two uncles own that property, and I got to coming out with my cousins all the time, and I decided when I get older, I'm going to move out here, and I did. There was about 6 or 7 boats down there on the riverbank at that time, fishing boats. That many people were fishing.
Professionally?
Yeah.
Okay.
Struggling along.
Yeah.
Yeah, Capples and Red Mickey.
Did they always have eagles here, too, in the wintertime?
Hmm?
Did they always have bald eagles around in the wintertime?
Yeah, sometimes. Seemed like a while back we seen a lot of them.
Yeah, there's more of them now.
Yeah, I don't remember at that time that we were seeing those things.
Yeah, right. They were pretty much gone there in the 50s, 60s, and then they started coming back big time.
They put the war on anybody that would kill them.
Yeah. All right, George. Well, I've secured your end of the Kuhn compound there for you, so I just want to let you know it's good. It's a good thing, and it's just I love this place, but you know more about the history here than anybody. That's especially this road. Everything that's happened on this road.
Oh yeah. Well, the road came right in front of Fred's house at that time. You see where it goes around it, and my dad had to have more room, and we moved the road up the hill, and Ollendorf down the road, he was against that for a long time. He wouldn't use that new road. And as soon as he started using that new road, Pop closed off the driveway there. But this was mud. They used to they had an old John Deere tractor. Ollendorf had a John Deere tractor, and they'd come out and drag their car and stuff back there to where Jack lives today.
Okay. All right.
The owner here, just about the time we got the place built, he got killed. Sandy Jones, who we bought the place from.
Oh, okay.
And his wife was pregnant with a retarded kid at the time, and she sold this stuff off 100 feet at a time, and that's what supported that family for the most part till she got them all raised up. She had a whole flock of kids.
Whoa, 100 feet of frontage, like river frontage at a time?
Yeah, straight up. And they kept the back part. They kept the farmland in the back.
Huh.
The lots are about 300 feet deep.
Huh. Okay. Interesting.
We never had any problem with those property lines until Dr. Williams came along, and he bought from starting at Abel's place was the last lot at that time, and he bought from there on. He bought 11 acres, I think it was, from Mrs. Jones, and he moved the property lines, and he had it resurveyed, and he come up with a different survey than what the original was. So Abel lost some ground on that deal. He was a son of a gun.
Mm.
It still belongs to his widow. That part down there.
Oh, really? All right, George. Well.